come along with us on a journey of meandering exploration. We will laugh, we will cry, and most importantly, we will waste an hour so we don't have to hang out with our families. Whether we're bringing the sexy or telling you to fuck off, Teddy, Ashtray, Oracle, and Mystic will do it with enough enthusiasm to barely keep you awake. So strap in and strap on for another ride with the only show on the internet that has more episodes than viewers. This is the Red Eye Report.
All right. In this episode of the Red Eye Report, we discuss deep underground military bases, or DUMBs. Straight out of science fiction, some of these are confirmed, many are not.
Now, is DUMBs an official, military acronym, or people something the general?
So I guess the military folk call them stiffs. I don't know what the fuck a stiff.
Wait, now stiffs, I've heard of that, and stiffs are usually their compartments that can be even. I think the White House has one. Pentagon. Right. It's like a room where it's like blocked from all electronic interference.
Well, are you thinking of a skiff or a stiff?
Oh, okay. I must be confusing then.
Yeah,
so skiff is not the same.
Would you let me finish the fucking intro, you fucking cock? Okay.
No.
With me this evening is Muddy Mystic, a man who recently tried to excavate his own continuity of government bunker in his backyard using a stolen Denny's spoon, accidentally breaching a city sewage line, and to this day insists it was a gray alien biological weapon.
Fucking A, it was.
Except we've got Tectonic Ashtray, who confidently claims the infamous Taos hum is actually just the subsonic rumble of his digestive tract after eating 3 gas station burritos.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. And sushi.
And we have Tunneling Teddy, who is currently paying $4,000 a month in rent for a luxury doomsday bunker that we're 90% sure is just some guy's root cellar.
Funny you mention that. I have been looking into it.
There's potatoes.
And I'm your host, Obsidian Oracle, a man who accidentally turned his entire driveway into a sheet of black glass trying to hotwire a surplus nuclear tunnel boring machine I bought on Craigslist.
Bada boom, bada bing.
All right, let's get into it. Before we get started,
Craigslist still a thing?
Craigslist is always going to be a thing, of course. All right, before we get going, we've got the weekly benefit event for the Danish County Humane Society. Wink, wink.
Danish County.
Manny the Dwarf Rabbit. Manny is a great tunneler, but he also suffers from sensitive nipples. Very sensitive nipples.
Wow.
Yeah, so that makes the tunneling a little difficult.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta put saran wrap over him.
Yeah, he toughs it out. A lot of bleeding, but he does it. So thank you, Manny.
Speaking of tunneling, it sounds like somebody's in a wind tunnel. Does it sound like it, but for anybody else? No? Gotta hear that whoosh sound.
I do hear it.
Okay.
Let me mute mine. Is it me?
Yeah, I think it is you.
Oh, way to go. Way to fucking go. I don't know. I can't fucking hear shit.
Is it back now?
It's fine.
Yeah, I think it is you. But yeah, you're fine.
It's fine. It should filter it out. And if it doesn't, we've done much worse. We've definitely come through with some much worse fucking audio.
That's right.
All right.
We'll piss off all 5 of our sponsors.
Yep. Okay, so these deep underground military bases, there are some speculative ones, or many speculative ones, but also there's confirmed ones and ones that we know about that we don't maybe not necessarily think about all the time. And the first one of those is Cheyenne Mountain. So this is the Cheyenne Mountain complex in Colorado.
NORAD?
Yeah, NORAD.
Yeah, NORAD?
Yeah. So this is like probably the most famous one.
Is that where they went at the end of that Terminator movie? Was that Terminator 3?
Yeah, I think so. I think they ended up there. Stargate's got some shit there. War Games.
Yeah, Stargate does a lot of shit at NORAD.
Yeah. So this was originally built as the Combat Operations Center for NORAD during the Cold War to detect incoming Soviet bombers and missiles. It's excavated deep into solid granite. It's got multi-story buildings inside, and everything's built on these springs, like these giant springs, shock-absorbing springs, to let the entire complex bounce and survive a nuclear strike.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I've got some pictures of the springs.
I mean, yeah, I want to see these springs, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
The entrance is sealed by 25-ton blast doors.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, did they give a ratio? Like, what kind of magnitude bomb has to be dropped there?
Yeah, how many
to
megatons?
yeah, to get through.
Oh,
What kind of bunker busted do you need?
I don't fucking know, but I do know that they have it set up that the tunnel, if there is like a direct hit or like outside, they actually have like the complex, the blast doors, at an angle from the tunnel. So the blast actually, the force of the blast would actually go through the tunnel and not directly into the blast doors.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the 25-ton blast doors, and here's a picture of the one of the blast doors here. Looks pretty fucking serious. Look at all that shit inside there. The 25-ton blast doors are so perfectly balanced on their hinges that if the hydraulics and power systems completely fail, 2 people can manually push them shut and lock them in under a minute.
That'll make you feel like Superman right there.
Has
I
to
mean,
stay
shit,
outside.
yeah.
So there are 15 freestanding 3-story buildings. These buildings rest on more than 1,300 massive steel springs. I got some pictures of the springs here.
When you said steel springs like before, I thought you meant like 4 of them.
Like 4 giant ass brick,
Like Looney Tunes or some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought the
Acme
Yeah.
spring.
same thing. Yeah.
Each of the springs weighs around 1,000 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Really big. Little interruption here. Me and Tom went to one of those Titan missile bases in south of Tucson, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a similar setup where, as you're walking through the tunnels, you could see all the data cables and power cables and stuff. They would go for maybe 10 yards, and then there would be like a 2-yard gap where the cables like loop down and up, like purposeful slack.
Mm-hmm.
And they would continue on, and then the actual operation base where they had to, put your 2 keys in and turn them at the same time to fire the missile. The entire thing you could see had those kind of springs all around it. So if it got nuked, it could ride it out.
Ride it out. Ride the way.
There's an underground lake, so the complex is completely self-sufficient, has its own power plant, filtered air systems, and even man-made underground reservoirs for its water supply, which were carved directly out of the rock. That's Cheyenne.
Think how nasty that old fucking cave lake was.
Do they have an estimate of like what it cost to build that? Because it's been around for a long time.
Right, that one's been around for a while. I don't know how much it costs.
Yeah.
I'd bring it for a picture.
All right, so next up we have the Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center in Virginia. So Mount Weather is for the civilian government. So NORAD's for the military, Mount Weather is for the civilian government. This is run by FEMA and is the primary continuity of government facility. If Washington, D.C. is wiped out, this is where the surviving executive branch goes to run the country.
And where exactly is that?
So this is in Virginia. I don't know exactly in Virginia. Now, here's the crazy thing about this. So it functions as a subterranean city. So this was classified, and then in December 1974, TWA Flight 514 crashed directly into the side of Mount Weather during a brutal winter storm. When local fire departments and journalists rushed into the woods to find the wreckage, they were suddenly met by heavily armed government guards and military checkpoints in the middle of nowhere. The crash accidentally blew the lid off the government's most secretive doomsday bunker.
So no one even knew it was there.
Nobody fucking knew it was there until 1974 when a plane crashed into the fucking mountain.
So I'm assuming like local emergency personnel or something are like, what's this fucking
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they're just like, what the fuck? Because like a bunch of fucking, is like a Steven Spielberg fucking movie.
Right.
A bunch of fucking military.
Yeah,
guys
no shit.
shows
That's exactly what I thought too. Like E.T. Like
Right?
just all of a sudden these fucking dudes are just there. You're like, what the fuck?
Were there
Okay.
any survivors in the crash? They're like, boy, they really showed up fast.
Yeah. So Area B, so there's Area A, which is above ground. Area B, the underground city. The facility is divided into the above ground training center, and Area B is massive, covering over 600,000 square feet.
And that's underground?
That's underground.
Wow.
It was designed to be completely self-sufficient for months or years, featuring its own internal street grid, a hospital, a crematorium, walk-in freezers that can double as morgues, and underground reservoirs for drinking and cooling water carved directly out of the mountain's
Yeah,
extraordinarily
put
dense
Jimmy
rock.
in the freezer and bring me some vanilla bean ice cream, goddammit.
Yeah.
Think of the engineering feat of just building that and NORAD, and nobody will ever know. Like the engineers that built that shit and architects, like
Mhm.
Yeah,
nobody
they
knows
shot
what the
him
fuck they
afterwards.
are.
Oh, well, yeah.
They fucking just shot him in the back of the head.
Well, I mean,
work, sir.
we'll get into some more of that.
So,
So
yeah.
Well, maybe they
this
do.
has
Everybody
the
fucking
FNARS, Schnarf network. So it's houses the primary control station for the FEMA national radio system. If a nuclear strike or catastrophic event wipes out the nation's internet and telecommunications grid, this high-frequency shortwave radio network is the fallback. It is the exact system the president would use to transmit emergency alert system messages to whatever is left of the country. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to be listening to that shit.
right.
Yeah, right. I'm going to look for the latest TikTok to tell me what to do.
Yeah, right. So, and this is in use. So, the complex isn't just a relic of the Cold War, it is actively maintained and used. In the immediate chaotic hours following the September 11th attacks, a significant portion of the surviving congressional leadership was evacuated by helicopter directly to Mount Weather to ensure the continuity of government.
Wow.
All right, next up, we've got Raven Rock Mountain Complex.
Sounds badass.
Yeah.
I want to rock.
So this website is pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure the government had put this out. It's a parody website of Raven Rock, and it talks about like signing up for tours and shit, and it's got like webcams and stuff. I'm pretty sure like the NSA or somebody was just having fun and they put this out.
Trolling people.
Right.
And shit.
So located near the Maryland-Pennsylvania border, this is the military counterpart to Mount Weather. So this is known as the Underground Pentagon. Serves as the alternate National Military Command Center. If the actual Pentagon is destroyed, the Department of Defense, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and commanders of every military branch relocate here to continue running the military.
It's the Department of War now.
Department of War, sorry. So it sits roughly half a
factual here for the
mile
airport.
inside the mountain and half a mile below the peak.
Damn.
This has 34-ton blast doors. And and it opens into a 700,000 square foot subterranean metropolis.
The fuck, man? Damn,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is designed to hold up to 3,000 high-ranking officials. It received a massive modernization after 9/11. Fully self-sufficient. And here, it's got its own subterranean Starbucks. Who the fuck is working at that? What are the chances that there's a Subway in each one of these fucking dumps?
I'll bet you there's multiple ones in NORAD.
Yeah, right. So this
Subways.
is called Harry's Hole. Harry Truman greenlit the project in 1950 after the Soviets detonated their first nuke, and the excavation was so massive, the locals jokingly dubbed it Harry's Hole. It was actually one of the worst kept government secrets of the Cold War. It's Raven Rock is highly active. Okay, and then we've got Project Green Island. So this is the Greenbrier nuclear bunker, or Greek Island, the Greenbrier bunker in West Virginia. So this was commissioned by Eisenhower in 1958, and this is where Congress was supposed to go. Now here's the crazy thing about this. This is not on a remote military base. It was built directly underneath the Greenbrier, a world-famous ultra-luxury resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia.
Sounds like some Fallout shit.
Buried 720 feet into the hillside beneath the hotel, the 112, 544 square foot fortress was secured by blast doors weighing up to 28 tons. It featured 18 dormitories, a 400-seat cafeteria, a 12-bed hospital, an independent power plant, and separate auditoriums for the House and the Senate. The bunker remained a perfectly kept secret for 30 years. It was fully stocked and constantly maintained until 1992, when investigative reporter Ted Gupp exposed the facility in an explosive article for Washington Post. The day after the article dropped, the government immediately decommissioned it. So here, we actually have some pictures of this because it's decommissioned and they do tours of this. And it's fucking wild. Like, here's one of the blast doors, and it's just like behind this like weird sliding fucking I don't know what, like Art Deco kind of.
Yeah, right? That's some 70s shit.
Yeah,
right
like it's so fucking
like,
weird.
It's gonna be Trump's ballroom on the
I had a friend who had a kitchen table that looked like that.
basement.
Yeah. So this one, yeah, like some of this looks like it's from like the fucking Shining or some shit.
Right.
All right.
It looks like fuck. Oh, that's fucked.
That's like what do they call it? Liminal spaces.
Yeah. Right.
Photos, I mean.
Oh yeah. Right.
Okay. So
But it's creepy looking.
yeah, it's creepy as fuck.
Fucking shit.
All right. So those are the
weird Oval
ones
Office.
that are the government does not try to hide the fact that we have them. Now let's get into some of the juicy stuff. So we've got Dulce Base. Yep, the big dick shit. We got Dulce Base. So if Area 51 is where the government keeps the alien hardware, Dulce Base is supposed to be where they keep the actual aliens. Buried deep beneath Arcoleta Mesa near the Colorado-New Mexico border is a massive, highly classified, multi-level subterranean facility. It is allegedly a joint base operated by the U.S. shadow government and extraterrestrials, specifically Greys and reptilians.
The Greys and reptilians, they always like to stay underground.
Now, this one, here, I'm going to pull up the picture of this guy. He looks fucking crazy as fuck. All right, we got this Phil Schneider guy.
That's a perfect name for an alien conspiracist.
Yeah.
Philip
Yep.
Schneider.
Oh yeah, and then there's this Thomas Costello dude as well. So Costello claimed to be a former head security officer at Dulce, holding
look at
an
that guy.
Ultra 7 security clearance. On level 6, the Nightmare Hall, according to Costello, the human-run upper levels are standard military research, but as you go deeper, it gets darker. Level 6 is infamously dubbed Nightmare Hall. He claimed this is where joint human-alien genetic experiments take place, resulting in grotesque human-animal and human-alien hybrids, kept in massive subterranean.
Just for the lulls.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they doing with these?
But okay, now this Philip Schneider guy, in 1979, Schneider claimed he was working on an expansion drill at the Dulce Base when his team broke through the rock into a massive artificial cavern. They found themselves face to face with a nest of 7-foot-tall gray aliens. A massive.
So this is the cavity next to the underground base.
Yeah,
Like they just
a
activated-
massive
Whoa, we were
underground
jacking him right
firefight
here.
erupted between the construction crew, responding Green Berets, Delta Force, and the extraterrestrials. Schneider claimed over 60 human soldiers and scientists were slaughtered in minutes.
This is so funny.
Wait,
Of course, the
wait,
Green Beret and SEAL Team 6 would be just right outside the door, ready to go.
right. I mean, we broke in. Oh shit! Look, we found. Oh shit! See Till 6 help us out.
Yeah, I know. Right?
And then when you
Well,
said firefight between the
okay,
aliens
yeah.
and the construction
Right.
workers, I'm like they were packing already. I mean, what
Well,
they
he
were
said
looking for-
Delta Force and Green
Yeah,
Berets.
Delta
Maybe
Force
that's
and-
who was
Right.
Sounds
and
like
Green
some
Berets.
bad-
stationed there. I don't
fanfic.
think SEALs are going to be there. They're like Navy, right?
Right.
The Delta Force, you think they're just hanging out there when they accidentally broke this wall?
Broke through,
Like,
yeah.
Well, they were
maybe
with them. They were
it is a
fucking,
fucking government base and
right.
shit, dude.
If they got
It's
fucking aliens and shit, like they really, like, is
Yeah, you're
that
gonna want the
really
fucking
that
badass.
far fetched that they
Yeah,
got
true,
Delta
Okay,
Force
I
with
see what you're
them?
saying. It could also be like we're gonna have a permanent like.
This guy
division
just
of-
said that.
of Delta Force that's just gonna hang out at this base in case any
Yeah,
shit.
probably
pops
just
up.
Why?
station
Why
there.
is that so far fetched compared to fucking busted through a wall of six
Yeah, he-
of
We're
gray
talking about
aliens?
6-foot gray
Well,
aliens
it is-
and shit.
And
Because
that
you don't-
point
you don't
is
expect-
that's
you
what
don't
makes the
expect that
story
kind of
even
scene to be-
more like stupid. Is that like, yep, just like turn
Who
into this.
Yeah,
who the fuck
actual-
else would be there?
We got not SEAL Team 6.
They didn't
Yeah,
say SEAL
exactly.
Team 6. They said Delta
No,
Force.
it said
Delta,
Delta
or
Force.
Delta Force. They ain't just hanging around.
Why wouldn't
Yeah.
they be?
Why are you so
They
fixated
got-
fixated on fucking
Real
Delta
Delta
Force
Force.
being there?
It isn't like there's 4 Delta Force dudes on the planet. I'm
Eddie
sure
and I
there's
read
a few
comics,
hundred
you guys
of them that
wouldn't
could.
understand.
All right. Anyway, this is pretty interesting. So, according to, people that are really interested in these fucking dumbs, they're all over the fucking place, especially in the Southwest. There's a lot of them. There's a lot in California around bases, and there's a lot kind of around like the Pentagon and whatnot. Now, one thing that is interesting, and I thought, first time I heard it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Was this Subterrene Mag-Lev network.
Man, what's that?
So,
So underground trains.
underground trains. Now, in in the early 1970s, scientists at Los Alamos National Laboratory patented a device called a subterrene. So, and I think I got a picture here. Instead of grinding rock with a spinning tungsten head, the Subterrene uses a compact nuclear reactor to heat the front of the machine to temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So it literally melts its way through the Earth's crust. As it pushes forward, the molten rock cools and forms a perfectly smooth obsidian-like glass casing around the tunnel. It leaves zero excavated debris on the surface and naturally seals the tunnel against groundwater and geological pressure. So it's kind of like
Sounds very
vacuum
Jules Vernean.
tubes underground.
Yeah.
Or like, now this is how the base gets itself down there, or how it anchors in.
Well,
No, this is just a machine they built.
right. This is a machine that they built, and they're saying that they connect. So a few things. They say that they connect these bases with these tunneling machines. They say that they can. I was listening to some other sources. They said they could tunnel or can tunnel 10 to 15 miles a year with one of these. And also, they could use this to make the bases, to excavate the ground or whatever underground
Oh,
to
like
make the bases.
Burns a cavity.
Right, it burns a cavity
rock.
in the rock. Now, in some of these places, like in New Mexico, there's this Taos hum. For decades, residents in places like Taos, New Mexico, conveniently close to Dulce, have reported a persistent, low-frequency humming or grinding noise coming from deep underground that drives people crazy. There are frequent reports across the Midwest and Southwest of localized shallow earthquakes that sound exactly like massive subterranean explosions or sonic booms, often occurring in areas with absolutely no known fault lines. Conspiracy theorists point to these as the sound of subterraneans melting new routes or Mag-Lev trains breaking the sound barrier under our feet. So, I don't know. So this guy, Phil Schneider, he was like one of the primary whistleblowers on these DUMs. He claimed that the number sat at 1,477 active bases. He alleged that the U.S. government was building 2 new bases every year and that these facilities had been under construction day and night since the early 1940s.
And it's still day and night since the 1940s, is his claim?
Apparently.
I say, we don't need to ask for money for Iran. Like, who's paying for these?
We're paying for it. Well, have you heard about the black budget? Like it's like $17 trillion that, or yeah.
And a lot of times you start putting these stories up to like the economics of it, and it's like, is this really happening?
Yeah. So the theory,
Planning all these bases.
Schneider claimed that each of these bases cost between $17 billion and $26 billion to construct. He and many other conspiracy researchers point to the infamous missing trillions from the Pentagon's ledgers. The theory goes that massive amounts of taxpayer money, alongside funds generated by shadow government black operations, are continuously siphoned off the books into unacknowledged special access programs to build and maintain the Subterranean empire. So there you go. There you have it.
That's the thing. Well, obviously, because we don't know where this money is going, it's got to be going to these underground fucking, obsidian bases that they're making every day.
Listen, why are you so negative?
Yeah.
Right.
What? Yeah, just fucking
Why
accept
don't we
it.
just be a sheep like
Yeah.
the rest of us, man?
The government tells us the truth all the time, Ashtray.
Yeah.
All the time.
we found that time and again, right?
Yep. I am here to advocate at the government's behalf.
I love Trump. My hero.
All right. So there you go. There's the DUMs, the fucking weird shit. I absolutely, maybe there aren't 14 fucking or 1,500 of these things, but I bet you there's a shit ton more of them than just
that we don't know about. Yeah.
fucking 10.
Yeah,
they only
for
found
sure.
that one because a plane crashed into the fucking mountain.
Right.
Though, I would bet there are more that have been decommissioned and are just sitting there, empty,
Nope.
Maybe.
or collecting dust,
Yeah.
than there are that like we're still making.
Maybe.
Because Cold War, we did invest into a lot of that crazy shit.
Sure. Right. But they also, after 9/11, they've invested in them again, right?
Right, updating the ones they already built.
Mm-hmm.
That they're making one every other day or whatever that guy's claim was.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't
come
fucking know about that.
Come
right.
on.
Of course, the Russians have a bigger one. Russian defectors have claimed that there's a Yamantau mountain claim that the underground facility is roughly the size of the area inside the Washington, D.C. Beltway, designed to house up to
Jesus.
60,000 top-ranking officials and sustain them for months after a nuclear war.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
That seems the
For
size
months?
of the Beltway. That's where I start. That's where my skepticism comes. Is like some motherfuckers still got to dust that place, even if it's just waiting for the day of use. Like,
Yeah?
It's probably
but-
a working base, though, dude.
Right.
sure,
You know
if it's a
what I
working
mean?
base,
Like,
that
I'm
makes
sure
more
there's a
sense.
few thousand people that work there every day. Like,
Yeah. Well, actually, like one of these places, I think it was that hotel one. They actually had a company. I think it was like Forsyth, like audio and video. The front was that they were like the hotel's like audio and video company, and they would go in there, and they were actually government people, and their job was to rotate food rations and stuff and keep the lights on in one of these bases.
Alright.
I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Could be. I'm just gonna show a little.
Makes more sense than Delta Force being there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna share this little clip here of just how big the fucking Beltway is. Here, I'll put it in the old fucking outline.
Asterisk.
Yeah,
It's
we
fucking
know
big.
we know it's big, dude. I don't know. The fucking Russians could be lying too.
Yeah. In the Russia, Beltway eats you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, you gotta have more than like 3 janitors down there. It's gonna take at least 6 or 7.
I'm sure they do.
Right. Yeah. It's big. We get it. It's big. I don't know. I mean, shit. Now they could just fucking populate it with robots. You know?
Yeah, shit.
Right.
Meanwhile, my vacuum robot company went out of fucking business.
There you go. Now you're gonna have to
You
buy
go
a
way
fucking
up, this
Tesla.
giant
fucking-
loop here.
Tesla vacuum.
Yep. All right. Moving on to the next portion of the show. What's sexy? First up, we've got Ashtray with DJI Neo.
Yeah. So, I finally decided, you know what? I'm gonna become a drone nerd. No, I don't have the desire to become a full drone nerd. But have any of you owned even just like those cheap remote control drones for your kids?
I don't think
No.
so.
Man, like flying a drone
Yes.
from just like sitting, like from your own third person perspective, it's kind of fucking weird, right? Like I'm
Oh,
sure
streaming,
people
yeah.
get good at it, but especially if you don't have the one where you've got a camera view or a screen. Anyways, with the news, well, I want to say it was like maybe December last year. Like Trump was like, "Yeah, we're gonna ban like no DJI products could be sold in America."
Mm-hmm.
And DJI is like 70% of the world, drone market. Like it is, like the top
Who
dog.
makes them? Are they Russia or are they
I mean,
China?
they're
They're
Chinese.
Yeah, but they were kind of one of the first ones to like I guess really their rise was that they perfected a reliable like controller chip that like helps the drone balance and control itself way before their competitors ever did, and that's kind of how they've still control the market. And they so anyways, because of this like threat that they may no longer sell them in the US, I was reading an article about this DJI Neo. It's on sale. The drone itself is $200.
Wow, that's it.
Got
That's
its own
pretty good.
camera built into it. It has like 5 or 6 just completely like independent like AI modes that just with like a touch of the button you can do like follow me power it on, and like boop, boop, and like it'll lift off your hand, and like you just got to stand and look at it, and then it like locks on you as the target, and then you can go for a hike, and it follows you and records you. You can also control it from your smartphone.
So this is like obviously a promo video. I want to see how this thing really works.
Really works, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was just a promo video.
Yeah, Delta Force.
Yeah,
I want to see it follow Delta Force.
the find you a fucking.
I'm finding one right now. I'll find my own. I'll do my own research, motherfucker.
So, anyways, they basically had it on sale for $200.
Wait, you get it direct from the website or what?
No, through Amazon. I mean, it might be the DJI's like Amazon store, but they also have bundles to go with it. So I went with like the Fly More package. So for $400, you get the drone, you get 3 battery packs with like a 3 battery pack bay charger. You also get the full, point of view headset, and the like virtual yoke controller. That's almost kind of like a Wii controller, where some of the movement you control just by tilting, which is pretty intuitive, and then more like your speed and kind of like if you want to, strafe is controlled by a joystick. So yeah, for $400 you get the headset, the handheld controller, 3 battery packs, and the drone. And
that's a good deal, dude.
It's like
some of these. You should read some of these Amazon reviews.
Fun enough.
Bad.
They're pretty funny. It will fly away, and then they will not reimburse you. It does not have a follow up.
Because it is also like it's one like
fly away. Be aware if the drone malfunctions and does not return either.
Yes, it does not have an auto
just
return
fucking goes to like some random. All of them go to some guy's house, some poor bastard. It's like, what the fuck?
They do warn you
drone.
That, like, hey,
horrible customer service. Don't buy.
This doesn't have auto return to home, so like don't fly it over water. And like if the battery runs out or you lose signal, like it's just gonna hover there till it dies of battery.
Yeah.
But like it is fun, and also the if I actually like nerded out enough to where I'd want to get the higher models, like the headset and hand controller, like it's gonna work with the other DJI stuff.
It would be really cool if you were like a YouTuber and you had just one camera on you above your monitor, and then that thing would like, you could fucking make it like hover around you kind of while you play. You'd have a different fucking perspective, like indoors. Badass. It's kind of loud though, watching this guy review it.
Yeah, so they do have ways like you can use that is one thing a lot of these other like drone nerds have said what they like about it is like it's just quick enough that you can hit that auto mode, and within like less than 20 seconds you can have it. If you're just like, I just need to capture this moment because I'm out like on this crazy exotic hike. Whereas with the more professional drones, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna need 2-3 minutes to like get your drone up and synced and like ready to get this great shot. And they're like, this is just so quick. The camera quality isn't as good as the better models, but just want to capture something. But also, it's like, if I do run this into a lake, I'm not going to be fucking crying too hard for the price.
Right. Yeah. One thing that'd be really cool is like, you ever see the drone races?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be fucking badass. I would like to try that.
Yeah. And I want something like this where there's like rings around the propellers because I'd be banging into walls.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to be lame? Get yourself a DJI Neo for $200.
Fucking communist.
Okay, next up we have Teddy with getting estimates for wifey's house.
Oh, we're finally getting shit done on the house, man. The sister's out. And we're actually I've got 2 estimates from contractors. We're waiting on a third. We're gonna make a decision. we wanted to rent out the house, turn the garage to actually another rental property because it's actually bigger than the fucking house. Go figure. It's weird. But you can't have in Nashville. You can't have two separate properties on the same lot. They have to be connected. So you can't do that. But at least we're yeah, I know, right? At least we're doing something. You know, we're getting moving on this fucking.
All right, we're moving. We're doing it.
It's that shit that's hard to do.
Keep her moving.
Okay, next up we've got Mystic with 6 paper shorts.
6 paper shorts, baby. I started a little shorts channel. I'm just gonna post fucking Trailer Park Boy shit basically with you know, other raunchy stuff. It's Always Sunny, whatever. Basically I'm just gonna use it as a little research channel. See what works, see what doesn't, you know. Gain some insights.
Right.
And I thought the name was pretty clever.
Gain some raunchy insights.
Now, do you ever get flagged because it's like, oh yeah, I was using Trailer Park Boys clips, or
well, you might get a copyright where you can't make money off of it, but I'm not making money off of it right now anyway, so
Sure.
Don't worry about that when I fucking come to it. But I cut it up enough where it's not. You only get flagged on a few of them.
Yeah. I say, is there kind of a guideline? Like if it's the clip is only like 4 seconds or shorter?
5
like...
seconds is probably pushing it. Depends on how popular it is too. Like if it's something that's super fucking popular, if I come out here,
Dune 3 or whatever, Dune Part 3.
Yeah, exactly. If I use fucking 4 seconds of that, I'm getting copyright.
You're probably gonna get arrested if you have 4 seconds of that.
Yeah. But like old Trailer Park Boys from fucking 2008, nobody gets a flying fuck.
They'll make you the king of Canada.
Right. Shit.
Don't need to do that.
All right. Anyway, there you go.
All right. Next up, we've got me. Internal testing is live for my new appy, Inject. That, yep, on the Google Play Store. And I will have this up on the Apple Store hopefully this weekend. But this is something that I've been working on. But it is a reading app where you can read things at like 500 words per minute using something called Rapid Serial Visual Presentation and some other stuff. You can also scan books into it and use that to read.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah. So finally getting going on that and doing all that business shit and all that
Tell
crap.
me again, this app helps you read faster or what?
Yeah, so basically what it does is one of the main features is it has like an anchor point, and my camera is up backwards on this. But it has an anchor point that I don't know if you can see that. Like it's
the red letter?
It's green, yeah, that orange letter in the middle. So when you tell it to go, you just focus on that, and your eyes don't have to scan the page. You're just looking at that focal point, and then you're getting the words, so you can read a lot faster.
Really?
Yep. And then it also has built-in comprehension checks that you can do. So it'll actually, when you hit that and you can quiz as many times as you want, it'll ask you 3 multiple choice questions about what you have just read, and that reinforces your comprehension. So it's like really good for studying and really good. I mean, you're not going to read everything like this, but like if I see an article online, so you can share anything, any articles off of social media websites or anything. You can scan stuff. You can send Substack, Wall Street Journal, or whatever. If I see an article and I just want to read it like really quickly, I'll read it at like 500 words per minute and just, and then quiz myself. And I can do it way faster
You're just gonna focus on that word and like
and it just
your peripheral picks it up enough.
Peripheral, because you're picking it up. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's
So-
cool as shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it
like
sounds-
the
that's
app's
pretty
called Inject because you're basically injecting the data straight into your fucking prefrontal cortex.
Wow.
So you're developing this app?
Send me
Yeah.
a link.
Yep, I will send you guys a link. Right now, I've got
Remember us when you
the
get it.
internal testing is going on, so working out some kinks, and this is the
Do you have
first.
competitors?
Yeah, there are some competitors, but this is more fully featured than theirs.
Right
So
on.
yeah,
That's right. Fuck them.
yep, fuck them in the ass.
Even if it wasn't, fuck them.
That's right, fuck them.
Pieces of shit.
All right, that's right. Moving on to fuck what you think. First up is me, giant tree exploding all over my lawn.
What?
Yeah. So
Get hit by lightning or something.
the other weekend, we got a big ass fucking blizzard here in
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin. And my neighbor, who I had never talked to face in 3 years, comes like stumbling over through the snow, in the morning. I'm not wearing a shirt. I just got out of the shower. My wife's like, "Go open the door. What's going on? Is she okay?" She comes over. She's like, "Oh, I had a branch come down in your lawn. It landed on your fence, and it's really bad." And whatever, the fence is just a metal thing that we got from, little 4-foot cattle fence or whatever. That wasn't that big of a deal. And in the snow, it didn't look that big. Well, after the snow melted, holy fuck, this branch is like a fucking tree. So, been cleaning
Crushed
that up.
down in your fence.
Yeah, on the fence, that's not that big of a deal, but just the cleanup. My
Yeah.
dad was over with the chainsaw today, and he's bringing in the wood splitter. I helped him load up the wood splitter. He's going to bring that over tomorrow, and we're going to split it up. And then there's just all this fucking other shit. My wife's like, "I want to keep it." I don't know what the fuck she wants to do with all that
What?
shit.
Do you have a fire
Some
pit?
art shit or something?
Yeah, we got a fire pit, but we're not going to be burning all this other fucking garbage.
Oh, the garbage stuff.
Yeah, we can haul it to a fucking pile.
Yeah,
in the city here, but she doesn't want to do that. So
Yard waste spot.
I don't fucking know. Anyway,
So is she wanting you to pile it, and then that's going to become your mulch pile, which is
well,
really
we
just
have a
vegetarian
mulch pile.
Put it on there and tell her like, well, you'll
No,
have to use
dude.
it before.
No.
This is a lot of shit. Like, it's whatever. It's gonna be
It's
some
3
kind.
mulch piles in itself.
It's gonna be a rabbit warren or whatever.
Yes,
So-
exactly. That's what those turn into.
Right. All right, next up we have Mystic with "Fuck Your Motherfucking War."
Yeah, dude. It's like $50 to fill my fucking car up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
70 for me.
you work far away from where you work or live, right? To Oracle. How far do you have to drive?
I don't have to drive fucking. Well, I go and
Are
pick
you
my
from home
son
every
up
day?
from school. So
Oh,
that's-
you work online or what?
Yeah, I work from home.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I
so
think I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna do that because
Right.
I can easily do it from my house, and it's ridiculous.
you know
driving 30
when I see
minutes
the
a day.
Tesla drivers now, they look pretty smug.
Right?
They're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking, I told you so.
Yeah,
Um,
right. $4 a gallon. Dang, ain't shit.
Finally paying off for
Fucking
it.
ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So anyway, fuck your war. Iran was just out here being fucking,
Just being
just being
Iran.
sexist pieces of shit.
Yeah,
I mean, what's the big deal? They've been doing it for
Sexy
60
Middle
years.
Eastern
Gives a
right.
fuck.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it.
Next up, Teddy.
I don't think I put anything in, did I?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it was $70 for my goddamn. Fuck you. Did it last week, bitch. I'm down Pillsbury, homeboy. Okay, there you go. All right, okay.
Ashtray didn't hear it. I don't think he was in here when you said it before. I
No,
forgot about it.
but-
Pillsbury
fuck.
homeboy. That's what Teddy.
Yeah.
Actually, Teddy called me Pillsbury hoboy,
Ho
which
boy.
is
Yeah.
just remarkably worse.
Right.
Homeboy.
Yeah, it was $70 to fill up my gas tank, man, and And I felt poor because I cared about the gas price, and but it was like still $70. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty
I drive
lame.
an Eastside Altima. I don't drive a nice car.
All
See
right.
the hail damage?
Next up, we've got Ashtray with geo drone zones.
Yeah, fucking GEO drone zones. That's one. Fuck did you think for? Oh yeah, this got this cool little fun drone to do some pictures while camping and whatnot. And of course, when I got it, I'm here like fucking charging it up, setting it up, and all of a sudden it's like the app is like, yeah, you're in a no-fly zone. I'm like, what? It's because I'm a mile south of the airport.
Oh man.
You're gonna be fucking shitting me.
So you can't even use it at your fucking house?
I have to go through some sort of like supposedly this like 30-minute like online Dane County like drone pilot test to get some sort of certification, and then I think it'll unlock it to fly in my home area.
Oh, that's some fucking Big Brother bullshit there.
But I'm like, come on, this little guy is like that. Also, one of the reasons I bought it was it's at the low weight level where you don't have to do any FAA certificate,
that's stuff, yeah.
licensing. Like anyone can fly it. It's not gonna fly up and fucking run into a plane. But because like DJI has like those restricted areas are built into their like network maps. Like it knows I'm trying to launch it here at home. I'm like, you fuckers.
Yeah, that's pretty lame, dude.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I know at work they used to have to get fucking certifications, but they had the big drones and shit. So
yeah, usually
the little ones would just be like whatever.
Well, and I think it's for the little ones you don't have to register them. But
yeah, there's a certain weight you have to register.
Exactly. So it's small enough I don't have to register it, but just because I'm within the vicinity of the airport, like a mile from it, but still, it's like on the map, it goes the map or like the zone is all the way down to like the isthmus. Like, fuck, motherfuckers can't be flying drones unless they, go through this online course or whatever. Like,
I mean, even a mile away. I mean, those planes do get kind of low from a mile away because they're going so fast to get ready to land.
If I had a bigger drone, I could see more of the worry. But I got this little.
Yeah, I get it, but they don't know what size your drone is, so they just that's why they have it. That's why they have it.
They never looked under my hood.
Yeah.
They should know.
I'm for it. Fuck it. Drive your ass to a park and fly your fucking
Trade's
drone.
got a small
there
drone.
you go.
They should know.
Okay, in all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Nightmare Hall. Your fucking weird experiments. That's our show.
All right.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
whoever
be
that was.
every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/redeyereport. Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Oracle.
No one's going to go next. So.
I'm Teddy.
Did everybody go? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure, everybody went.
And this is the Red Eye Report.
Forgot about
Everybody went.
Uh,
Yeah.